What was I doing during the spring equinox this year? Great question. I was actually having a bonfire on the side of the Nile and watching the moon rise. Yeah, so we were sleeping on these boats. They're called feluccas. They're a traditional Egyptian sailing boat that have been sailing on the Nile since literally ancient times. And it was one of the most magical things I've ever done in my entire life. So we had spent a couple days in Aswan, and now we were going to take these feluccas up the Nile towards Luxor, and that's where we were going to spend our next couple of nights. And what we would do for this journey is basically we got on these boats at like noon ish, and we stayed on the boats all day. They cooked us lunch on the boats, the whole thing, and then we ended up pulling over on a nature preserve on the side of the Nile. We were the only ones doing this, by the way. There were other boats on the Nile, other feluccas, but they weren't like sleeping ones. Like, this is what it looks like on the inside. There's me, but it has like sleep, all of this mattress here, that's what you actually like sleep on. We like relaxed on it all day on the boats, and then we like slept there at night. And they just like pull curtains up around this side and basically hand out blankets. So yeah, we spent most of the day just relaxing and channeling and connecting with the Nile energy, which is amazing, by the way. You can actually channel in and talk to any body of water, but this is one of the most amazing bodies of water I've ever talked to. She just holds such a power and intent. Like, look at that. And then when it started to get dark, they just pulled us over on the side of the Nile and anchored us in. We were the only two boats there. They started us a bonfire, and we ate dinner on top of the boats, like on that flat part. And where we were sitting, we could watch the full moon rise and the sun set at the same time, which is literally the celebration of the equinox. The whole time we were there, we could feel like the spirits of the land coming and saying hi. We had animal visitors. There were cows and cats and things that came and said hi, like real live cows and cats and things that like came and said hi. Plus, Krista, my business partner who's an astrologer, we sat on the roof of the boat, and they star spotted for us and like showed us the different things that were happening in the chart at that time. And I have never in my entire life had a more rejuvenating night of sleep. We woke up the next morning and I looked different. Like, I don't know how to fully explain it, but I looked in the mirror the next morning and I was like, my face looks different. Like, I look like a different person. And I was looking around at all my friends that are on the boats, because this is a group trip. We host group trips, and this was one of those. And I'm looking around at my friends. I'm like, oh my God, all of you look different. We all look different. And it's such intense, beautiful energy that you go through. It's like this portal that you come out the other side of. And they rowed us over to the other side the next morning, and we had breakfast also on the Nile. And then our bus came and picked us up to take us the last little bit to Luxor. And I'll share a little bit about that bus ride in the next video, because during that bus ride, I kept nodding off and seeing temples in my dream that we had not visited, that we were happening to pass as I was sleeping. Like, I would look back on Google Maps and see it. It was wild. I'll share more about that in the next video. But yeah, in case you need some magic today, just vibe with that image. Isn't it just, oh, the energy's so good.